Welcome to South Korea, a land where ancient traditions meet cutting-edge technology. Nestled on the southern half of the Korean peninsula, this nation has risen from the ashes of war to become one of the most innovative, dynamic, and culturally influential countries in the world. From Buddhist temples and royal palaces to neon-lit megacities, South Korea is one of resilience, unity, and transformation. The history of Korea stretches back thousands of years. According to legend, the nation's founder was Hangul, born in 2333 BCE, the mythical start of the Korean people. By the early centuries BCE, the three kingdoms of Korea emerged: Goryeo in the north, Baekje in the southwest, and Silla in the southeast. These kingdoms competed, fought, and flourished, creating art, architecture, and philosophies influenced by Confucianism and Buddhism. In 668 CE, the Silla kingdom unified Korea, ushering in a golden age of culture, music, and learning. After centuries of change, a new dynasty emerged, the Goryeo dynasty. The very name Korea comes from Goryeo. This era saw great achievements: the invention of the world's first metal movable type printing, even before Gutenberg, and the creation of celadon pottery, admired for its beauty and craftsmanship. Then came the Joseon dynasty, the longest ruling dynasty in East Asia's history. Under Joseon, Confucianism became the heart of society, shaping education, governance, and family life. King Sejong the Great, one of Korea's most beloved rulers, created Hangul, the Korean alphabet, a writing system so simple and scientific that it revolutionized literacy across the nation. During this time, Seoul, then called Hanyang, became the nation's capital, home to grand palaces like Gyeongbok. But Korea's peaceful isolation would not last forever. In the late 16th century, Japan invaded, led by warlord Toyotomi Hideyoshi, devastating the land. Then, in the 19th century, Western powers and regional empires began to press for influence. By 1910, Korea was annexed by Japan, beginning 35 years of harsh colonial rule. Culture was suppressed, and the people suffered under forced labor and cultural erasure. Yet resistance movements grew, the most famous being the March 1st Independence Movement of 1919, where thousands protested for freedom. When World War II ended in 1945, Korea was finally liberated, but soon divided along the 38th parallel. North, backed by the Soviet Union, and the South, supported by the United States, became two opposing states. In 1950, the Korean War broke out, one of the bloodiest conflicts of the 20th century. Cities were destroyed, millions of lives were lost, and the peninsula was torn apart. By 1953, an uneasy armistice ended the fighting, leaving North and South Korea divided this day, separated by the heavily fortified Demilitarized Zone, or DMZ. After the war, South Korea was one of the poorest nations in the world, but through sheer determination, innovation, and hard work, the country transformed itself. The 1960s to 1980s saw the miracle on the Han River. With strong leadership and industrial growth, South Korea became a global leader in electronics, automobiles, and shipbuilding. Companies like Samsung, Hyundai, and LG rose to international fame. By the late 20th century, Seoul had become a symbol of modern success. Skyscrapers, highways, and high-speed rail lines standing where war once raged. Today, South Korea is one of the world's leading economies, a hub of technology, fashion, and entertainment. It's a country where 5G internet, AI, and K-pop coexist with ancient temples and tea ceremonies. South Korean culture has taken the world by storm, from BTS and Blackpink to Squid Game and Parasite, the first Korean film to win the Academy Award for Best Picture. The Korean wave, or Hallyu, has made South Korea a global cultural powerhouse. Yet this modern brilliance, Koreans deeply value their traditions. Festivals like Chuseok celebrate family and ancestors. Temples in the mountains remind people of peace and spirituality. And Hanbok, the traditional dress, remains a symbol of national pride. South Korea's story is a test of resilience, unity, and creativity, a nation that never stopped believing in itself. From ancient dynasties to modern skylines, South Korea stands as proof that a nation can endure, evolve, and inspire the entire world. This is the story of South Korea, where the past and the future walk hand in hand.